Join us on Patreon to support our channel and the work we do to help people, animals and the planet.
You'll get rewards like ebooks, one-on-one Skype calls and online coaching discounts.
People want to know,
When will I lose weight?
We can answer
that.
If you don't know this song, then you are not a child of the 80s, you don't know Bros.
We can't help you,
We
sorry.
can't help you.
Alright, let's give it our best shot, huh?
Okay, so we are getting a heap of questions on Tumblr. People are wondering why they're not losing weight, how many calories they need to eat, what's going on. So this comes up like every now and again. And
Absolutely,
here
as
it
more
is.
people find the lifestyle.
Yeah, so we just wanted to address so many questions that we've been getting in one video.
So calories, how much do we need to eat? Well, according to the USDA, the average moderately active female aged between 12 and 50 needs to eat at least 2,000 calories a day. And because we advocate an active lifestyle, that's the minimum.
Yeah, so people are saying that they're smashing in the carbs and they're gaining weight. This is very subjective. What does that mean? You need to be objective with numbers when you start this lifestyle to know exactly how much you're eating. You need to use Cronometer to log your food so you have a better idea. I eat plenty. How much is that?
I eat heaps. What does that mean?
You know, your heaps is different to my heaps and my heaps is different to the next
We
person.
have to quantify it. We have to be objective.
So you need to eat a minimum of 2,000 calories as an adult, even as a teenager, right? Where you go from there is up to you. Now, we have people saying that they eat, 3,000 calories as a woman because they cycle. You don't need to eat 3,000 calories. No one is saying to eat that much, or 3,000 plus 4,000. That's ridiculous. I eat around 2,500 calories. Sometimes it might be 24, sometimes it might be 23, sometimes it might be just over 25. It just depends, but it's around 2,500.
I eat a minimum of 3,000 calories, anywhere between 3,000 and 4,000 calories on average.
So long as you're hitting 2,000, and then we say, as long as you've got enough energy for all the activities that you need to do, run a family, you have a relationship, do your work.
Be a vegan activist.
Yeah, exactly. Be active and do your exercise. As long as you have energy to do all those things, you don't have cravings for fatty food, for junk food, for animal foods.
No chocolate, which contains theobromine, which is a stimulant like caffeine.
No energy drinks, no coffee, no stimulants to give you that energy. Then you'll know if you're eating enough calories, if you have the energy to do all those things and you're still feeling fine. If you're getting halfway through the day and you're burning out, then maybe you're not eating enough. You do have to eat enough to feel satiated and to have energy.
What definitely not to do, and what we're hearing that a lot of people are doing, is force feeding themselves. Eating well beyond what they're comfortable eating and to the point of nausea, feeling sick.
Just work between 2,000 and 2,500 and see where it sits well for you. But you certainly don't have to be stuffing yourself to hit 2,500.
And forget about 3 and beyond, because we hear that way too often and no one ever advocated that.
No, why are you doing that? Don't do that.
And we really want to emphasize, stick to whole plant foods as much as possible, because any processed plant foods are still a processed food and the body recognizes them differently, and it's not going to be optimal for weight loss. Two of the biggest components in weight loss are hormones and elimination. Hormones are very much affected by the food we eat, sure, but also by our sleeping patterns. Getting early nights maximizes the release of human growth hormone, which is responsible for the repair and restoration of the body. What that means is you're going to feel more refreshed the earlier you get to bed the next day to be able to continue your exercise to become fit, which will help you with your weight loss.
So a lot of people think that so long as they get 8 hours, it doesn't matter what time they go to bed, and that's absolutely not true, because every hour of sleep before midnight is worth 2 hours after midnight. So if you can get to bed by 10 o'clock is a great time, earlier if possible, 10:30 maximum deadline.
So the second major component of weight loss, elimination, brings us to water. So you want to make sure that you are properly hydrated. How do you know? Well, you want to be peeing clear 8 to 10 times a day. So you're looking at least 2.5 liters of water a day, more if you're active and live in a warm climate.
And what that does is it floods the colon with liquid and it pushes movements out, bowel movements out. And it makes a huge difference. So the first thing in the morning, you wake up, drink as close as you can to a litre of water. All right, next thing you must be doing is moving your body. Exercise is important.
In order to be truly healthy, you can't just eat a healthy diet. You have to have a moderate level of fitness as well. And to get that moderate level of fitness, you've got to move your body, you've got to exercise.
And what that's also going to do is stimulate your appetite. So you're going to feel like eating more, you're going to have more energy, then you're going to want to do more exercise. It's this beautiful cycle we've been feeling.
I don't have time to exercise is the adult equivalent of my dog ate my homework. You've got to make time to move your body.
The easiest way to do this is make your exercise part of your life. Instead of driving your car everywhere where you can ride to places, do that. We have found that to make a world of difference. We now use our bike as our car. So you're clocking over the Ks, you're getting all these, calories burnt just by running your errands, getting to work, just doing things around the place.
And also make it part of your social life.
Yes.
So when you're getting together with your friends on the weekend, go for a bike ride. How easy is that?
So there are so many other things to take into consideration. Your medical history, your dieting history, if you've had an eating disorder, if you're on the contraceptive pill, all of these things need to be taken into consideration.
So 2 other tips. You want to watch how much sodium you're taking in each day. You want to try to limit that to about 1,000 milligrams a day. Anything more is going to retain a lot of water weight, and that's going to add to your puffiness and bloating and your overall body weight.
And this leads us on to actually, the more you can eat at home and be in control of your food, the better. So we're not saying you can't go out, of course, have a normal social life, but do keep that in mind that if you're eating out the majority of the week, then there's going to be sodium in sauces and just added to meals. You're probably going to have more oil, all of those things, more processed food. The more you are eating at home and being consistent with your food, the more control you have over those other elements and the easier it will be to lose weight.
If you're drinking big fruit smoothies and you're struggling to lose weight, we would recommend that you switch to eating the fruits in their whole form. This is because it's a lot easier to eat more calories of blended fruit than it is to eat of fruit in its whole form. And it does become a processed food and therefore reacts differently in the body.
So a lot of people are saying, I've tried everything, it doesn't work. I did raw till 4, I did raw till noon, I did start solution. What's best for me? What's going to give me the best results? What's going to get you the best results is what you can maintain consistently. It doesn't matter which of those, they're all going to give you the same results ultimately because they're high carb and low fat plant foods. Now, yes, we do believe that the more raw food you have in your diet, the easier it will be to lose weight because fruit is high water content and high fiber. So again, it goes back to the elimination. It's going to push everything through a lot more easily than having porridge and potatoes, for example. But it doesn't mean that you can't lose weight eating cooked food 3 times a day. It might just be a little bit longer. So it's whatever you can maintain. There's no point saying I'm going to be 100% raw or even raw till 4 if you're not getting enough calories in because you don't have access to enough sweet ripe fruit.
Which is exactly why we switched from raw till 4 to start solution or raw till noon.
So consistency is important. It doesn't matter which one you do. And also when we see, people are saying, oh, I've tried them all. Well, how long have you tried them all for? Are you doing all of those within 5 months, 8 months, a year? That's not long enough. You have to give it time.
And people are asking, is the 80-10-10 macronutrient ratio the right one for me? Well, the reason that plant-based doctors advocate this ratio is because that's sort of the average macronutrient ratio of whole plant foods, and they're advocating a whole plant foods diet. Now, where you go with that ratio is up to you. You can experiment with 95-5, we've done that before. You can try 80-10-10, you can try 70-15-15. Basically, any ratio around there, as long as the fats are less than 20% of total daily calories. Beyond that, fats, even plant fats, begin to have an inflammatory effect on the body, and all disease has an inflammatory basis. That's why the doctors are advocating low fat, meaning less than 20% of total daily calories.
Yeah, and that's exactly what has worked for us because when we were having higher than 20% of daily calories from fat, Your candida was just crazy, my asthma was terrible, we had all these other health problems, constipation, fatigue, it was awful.
So we know from personal experience.
Yeah, and just as an example, we were playing around with 80-10-10, we did 95-5, and then a little while ago, I was craving lentils.
This is a year ago now.
Yeah, okay, a year ago, there you go. Time flies. I was craving lentils, so we started introducing lentils and beans just in the can, 1 to 2 cans between us a day, and we have loved it. We've actually felt like that's taken us next level. We put it in with rice dishes, with pasta, with everything, and we really enjoy that. Now that wasn't, advocated on the raw till 4 lifestyle, but we just felt like we wanted it, so we introduced it, and that has really worked for us. So you have to take responsibility and have some leeway, play around with things. The other thing we wanted to mention was greens are important. You do need to have lettuce with your food because it's going to help with digestion of cooked food. Of course, there's also vitamins and nutrients and minerals that you need in greens, but it very much helps with digestion and with bloating.
And it helps with elimination as well.
Yeah.
So have we lost weight? Well, we didn't come to this lifestyle needing to lose weight. What we're working on is reducing our body fat percentage and toning that into muscle. And that's a work in progress that we're very much enjoying.
Now, having said that, you've seen, if you're following us on Snapchat, you're seeing how much we eat each day. And you're also seeing that we're not gaining weight. And you also see what our exercise is. So, yes, we are getting good results and the other thing is you need to shift your mindset away from weight loss and towards getting healthy and fit. We have cleared up a host of health problems. We've never been as active as we are now, feeling as good as we are, and we're getting older, obviously, with each year. So we feel like, yes, we are getting amazing results, even though we haven't lost weight, but we didn't have it to lose, but we also haven't gained weight. That's our experience. We can't say how long it's going to take for you.
We hear all the time, should I eat less than 2,000 calories a day? We
No.
don't advocate that whatsoever. Where you go above 2,000 is up to you and your lifestyle.
So I hope this video has helped answer a few of your questions. Now it's time to hear from you. Post your comments down below.
Like, share and subscribe, and we'll see you in the next video.
Bye for now.
His heart is in
doing
the
it.
right place and he's really applying himself.
Yeah, where he's falling down is where so many people fall down as new vegans.